Hey, what's up, YouTube? You already know it's AllCity Live TV, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be talking about perimeter defense and how perimeter defense seems broken this year. Last year, perimeter defense was goated. You created a perimeter lockdown. You were able to contribute on offense and defense. This year is really different out there, and if you guys are out there experiencing the same thing, please let me know in the comments section below. We would love to hear from you. A lot of perimeter defenders or just guards that are trying to play defense on the perimeter are sliding all over the place. So it's like, how do you adjust? You try and create a player that can contribute well on offense, but you also sacrifice some of your offense to add some defensive badges out there. And is that sacrifice worth it in NBA 2K21? Are you going to play better defense if you sacrifice some offense to play better defense? A lot of two-ways are struggling out there. Perimeter defenders are not as good as they were last year. I gotta say, from what I've experienced so far, they're not nearly as good as they were last year, which is why you don't see a lot of P-locks out there. But if you do create like an all-red perimeter defender type of player, somebody who's like maybe smaller in height and somebody who's created just to play perimeter defense, you're going to have to sacrifice so much of your offense. You may be able to finish in the paint, but aside from that, you ain't getting nothing else. And if you try and go green and red, you're going to be limited on your lateral movement. And it seems like that is the Achilles heel for defense this year. It looks like your lateral quickness is probably one of your main factors for being a good perimeter defender out there. What can you do to be a good defender on the perimeter? You know, there's things that they have so many badges. You got the off-ball pest badge, you got the pick dodger badge, the interceptor badge, the intimidator badge, pickpocket badge, clamps badge, maybe even lightning reflexes. But does that increase your defense out there? Are you seeing a noticeable difference? I know a lot of people like pick dodger, but that doesn't keep you from getting hit with those vacuum screens, especially if you're a smaller guard with limited defensive attributes or limited defensive badges. If you just go pick dodger as high as it can go, maybe gold or even Hall of Fame, if you have like Hall of Fame defensive badges, it still doesn't stop you from a shot creator or like a playmaking shot creator that uses that curry and makes you go just vacuum, get hit hard by those brick wall screens. So how can I don't understand what 2K, in my personal opinion, is difficult for me to understand what 2K thinks. When you have, it's like they gotta break something in order to fix something else. So interior defense has been better than it's ever been in years. We're now able to contest in the paint and it feels good. You feel like you're contributing on defense. And I have a low defensive attribute build with a low amount of strength. My glass cleaning finisher has a super low amount of strength. He's super lightweight, but he defends so well in the interior. So it's like, man, why does 2K trade off interior defense with perimeter defense? Why can't there be both? Why is that so difficult for 2K? And another thing that kind of troubles me as well is that when you go and play against the AIs, you see how good their defense is. Even if you have like a 60 overall in the park that quits out the game and is replaced by an AI, that AI somehow turns into a super lockdown. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because the mechanic is actually there. You feel what I'm saying? The mechanic is there. Why is it not applied to the users that are out there trying to play better defense? There's some of the things that trouble me out there. And if you guys are out there and you're goated, you know how to, you're out there, you know how to play good perimeter defense with a non-defensive build, let us know your build in the comment section below. Help somebody out in the comment section below if you can. Share your details, share your tips on how to play better perimeter defense, because right now it looks like The meta is a play shot with some type of like glass cleaning finisher or paint beast that says big body screens, and they use a Curry slide just endlessly. I was watching Brutal Sim's video, and I gotta tell you, man, he was so on point. It's almost like the ball handling takes zero skill, man. And I'm not knocking you ball handlers out there, but it's easier than ever to perform some of these dribble moves out there. You can't deny that. It's a lot easier to perform the Curry slide into a speed boost animation, right? And the defender gets hit by a big body screen and you're wide open for a three. Shooting was tough this year in the beginning for a lot of people, but it was only a matter of time before a lot of these shooters adjusted and started to learn how to shoot. Not to mention that 2K, made their adjustments to shooting as well to allow some of the people who were complaining to kind of make some shots out there. So that adjustment helped a lot of shooters, but I don't think 2K took into consideration the other side of offense, the defensive end out there. Like, how do we adjust to getting hit by these vacuum screens? Do we put just like a straight two-way out there, or a P-lock out there, or a pure lockdown out there who can't contribute on offense as well? You got a center that just camps in the paint and just sits there eating a whole peanut butter and jelly sandwich while we're out there trying to guard the perimeter with someone Curry sliding. It's so difficult for me to put into words until you're out there. You guys let me know if you're experiencing the same thing, the same trials and tribulations with 2K21. I enjoyed the game overall. I wish there was more. I guess we're kind of being exhausted with 2K. You go into the parks and they're kind of dead. I don't understand 2K's logic on that as well. It's like, you want to go in, you got this beautiful new neighborhood, but it's kind of a put off when you go into the neighborhood and there's nobody playing. You're trying to get into the park, you wait on a game, probably one or two courts that are actually playing, so you're waiting on the game, and what do? They get off, come run around, check your card, and dip off as soon as they see you have a high win percentage or whatnot. So it's like, damn, what do you do out there? You guys let me know what you're doing. I know the twos court is struggling as well. It's like put a weight to the side there, and they're not getting a lot of love this year. And then you look at the threes courts and there's only two courts playing, and as soon as you get on a win streak, that is a GG. You could expect to be waiting there for like a good hour to get a game, because ain't nobody trying to go play a game with somebody on a win streak out there. So it's quite unfortunate, and like Brutal Sim mentioned, 2K16 was never ever like this. The courts were super packed. You just wanted to get a game no matter who you were playing against. You felt like you were going to contribute on offense and on defense. It wasn't even a factor. You had the ability to increase your defensive attributes if you wanted to. So it's just like, man, what is the deal, 2K? We know the mechanic is in there, and we know that you're limiting our ability, because when we go play against an AI, you see a 60 overall turn into a pure lockdown and contribute on offense as well. So we see that the mechanic is there. You just need to apply that to the users to make our lives a little bit easier, make the game a little bit more enjoyable. Again, man, if you're trying to play defense out there, at least on the perimeter, the primary go-to badges are off-ball pass, pick dodger, pickpocket, interceptor, intimidator, and clamps. So if you got these badges equipped at its max level and you're still unable to play defense, we would love to hear from you. Let us know in the comments section below your struggles, your trials and tribulations on NBA 2K21. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful and or informative, and if you did, please consider hitting that like button, because it helps our channel grow tremendously. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, as we're gonna have a ton of 2K21 content coming your way. I'll catch you guys on the next video.